These are, whoa, let's try that again. These are the books that keep me up at night. Is Rose and Chains by Julie Soto. I will never stop talking about how this book made me feel because I truly was stressed out. I felt my heart beating out of my chest the entire time I was reading this, and it made me feel so delightfully fearful at what was going to happen next. The most recent time I have lost sleep over a book, it was To Sir Philip with Love by Julia Quinn. I'm not too sure how many of you are aware of this, but I have been reading the entire Bridgerton series, and To Sir Philip was probably one of my favorites because it was about a obstinate character named Eloise, and I truly reciprocated with her. I always felt that I was almost unlovable, and I think that's something that Eloise struggles with in this book as well. And not just Eloise, but all of the characters have this same internal struggle of feeling unlovable or feeling like a burden. And to me, that is something truly relatable. I lost sleep mostly because I kept on wondering what was going to happen next. Bury our bones in the midnight soil. After I read this book, it was probably a week before I read anything else, simply because I could not stop thinking about the storylines in this book. I felt so connected while at the same time voyeuristic about what I was reading. And it was actually the most incredible experience. Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. Now, I read Throne of Glass as my reintroduction to reading as an adult, and I probably spent enough sleepless nights wondering what was going to happen in the ending. And then by the time I got to the ending, I think for maybe 3 hours after my proverbial bedtime, I was reading this book instead of going to sleep, which caused me to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning with only about 3 hours of sleep due to the fact that I had to finish this book. I bet you thought they were all happy. They're not all happy. This book, Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider, kept me up at night thinking, what the heck? And there are some days where I wake up in a sweaty panic thinking, but then I realize I'm not in the grips of the Metal Slinger world and Rachel Schneider can't hurt me. And that is it. Those are all the books that have kept me up at night. I don't often stay awake past my bedtime. I do love to sleep. But when I do, the book is usually very good. I want to know what keeps you up at night, if there are any books that you just can't get out of your mind. And otherwise, please go read something.